Blog Talk Radio.
What's good, people? And thank you for tuning in to another episode of What's the Word with LJ Mentor Podcast. This is LJ. I'm your host. Welcome in. Let's get it. All right. So first off, just want to start off by, first episode. I should have did this very first episode, and this person is made sure I mentioned this. They were on my head, and rightfully so. I just want to mention mentor, good friend of mine, the owner, CEO, president, Cleopatra Memphis. As I was talking about business in my first episode, I did not mention that owner Cleo, she has been a very pivotal part of me starting my business, and she's did a lot, and she does a lot, from giving me books to read, to recommend, how, on the aspects of how to go about doing business as a whole. Very knowledgeable. Aside from being able to cut men and women's hair, she actually does a lot in her own community. She does film, and she's an educator, education for the arts. So very knowledgeable, has a lot of certifications, and if you need business, you need education on something, she's a very good person to link up with. So Cleopatra Memphis for business and Cleopatra Memphis Studios. Check her out. Check out her website. She does a thing. She should hold you down. If you need be educated on business or starting a business, she's a good outlet to have. Now, I just want to focus on really quick date on the coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. I know it has a bunch of names. I've heard nicknames, the Rona, a few other things. But I know we still stuck in the house. And just a little update. I know a couple of states have talked about possibly opening up at the end of this week. I heard possibly Texas. Don't quote me on that. Texas possibly could be the first state to open back up. I was seeing Alabama, some other states. And I know it's going to be a slow process when we do get back to normal. If there's a new normal, we'll go back to the way we were. That's going to be really interesting to see how we all play out. So I know we all in the same boat on this. And I just feel like this has been a wake-up call for me. I think it has been for a lot of people as far as trying new things, as far as like sometimes I think it's even a time for us to take a step back as a whole. We so caught up in our lives that we really just need to be close to the family and people we care about. I really think this has been a wake-up call for a lot of people. And sometimes you just need a little reminder. And I know this has been very inconvenient and frustrating for a lot of people. And but we all going to get through this, so just keep faith. I know it's difficult out there, but we just got to keep the faith, and we will get through this. And also, too, the stimulus package, like I know some people have gotten their stimulus check. I know some people who haven't. You know, some people, depending on your bank information, some people have had issues with that. Some people have already gotten it in their bank account already. And it's supposed to be, the process is supposed to be smooth, but you can actually check on, if you haven't received your stimulus package, on irs.gov. And when you go on the website, there should be a link on the right at the top that says Get My Payment. And you should have all the information you need there to track your stimulus check. If you haven't received it already, like I said, some people have already gotten it deposited into their bank account. Some people will get paper checks in the mail. That's all the information as far as that. And also, this is another quick note. Also, if you haven't known already, the House of Representatives, the House Democrats, they are proposing possibly $2,000 a month until this is over. So, I mean, that's not a whole lot, but that's definitely something to help us get through this time, because $1,200 that's not going to cut it, I know, for a lot of people, because not a lot of people got bills. Some people have got laid off. So, yeah, that's not going to pay all the bills. So we need some type of relief for the people who can't get to work, who can't get an income right now, because bills aren't going away. Even if you work out something with your bill collectors right now, you're still going to have those bills to pay. I know a lot. And I know it's frustrating. I know we're all, like I said, we're all in the same boat. Doesn't matter which bracket you in some type, shape, or form, that's going to affect all of us. So we all in this together. We got to help each other out. Do as much as you can. Neighbors, especially the elderly. Check in with them, especially your grandparents if you have them. Check in. We have to work together on this. Do what we can to stay in this together. We're going to win this fight. So, really want to talk about now is what I really want to talk about now is this Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance. The first, if you haven't known already, the first 2 episodes have already aired on ESPN this last Sunday night. And if you haven't seen it already, you should, especially if you're a sports fan, especially if you're an NBA fan. It is really, really, really good. I was talking to some people that aren't big sports fans. They were actually really entertained by it because it actually keeps you engaged. It's actually very interesting how this all played out as far as the Bulls dynasty they had in the late 80s and all throughout the 90s, especially with Jordan and Pippen and the front office. But I think it opened a lot of our eyes to the drama and the corruption in the front office that a lot of us didn't know about. As fans, we see the Bulls keep winning championships, and we think everything's all great. That's really wasn't the case for real. And if you really watch this documentary, you'll learn. And I'm really interested to see where they go with it next. There's supposed to be 10 episodes, and the first 2 aired last Sunday night. And also, this interesting thing, too, is this documentary was really scheduled to air June 2nd. That was the original release date, but they pushed it up till April 19th. So that's interesting, and which was pretty smart, because especially with everyone home right now, this is a great time to release it. And if you want to talk about this, this is a great discussion. I feel like, especially if you're a big time sports or NBA fan, you can chat with me. Give me a call in at 241-9916. Once again, that number is 845-241-9916. Okay. Now, what I did not realize, the biggest takeaway I had from this documentary so far is the general manager of the Bulls organization from I want to say the 85 to about 98, Jerry Krause, who's somebody. He was part of getting Scottie Pippen there and a lot of the pieces that were put there together. But if you really see, like, Jerry Krause was the reason why it ended so bad. It's not all on him, but he was a major part of why this fell apart. And I don't want to throw too much shade on this man. Rest in peace to him. I know he passed away a few years ago. But during this time period, during the Bulls dynasty, they had so much going for them. But we didn't see that as fans. And this lets you in on how it really went in the locker room. Besides, obviously, the big pieces of Michael Jordan, Pippen, Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman, Steve Kerr, and all the others. And Phil Jackson, obviously, is the head coach. Jerry Krause, even though he was put all those pieces together, Phil Jackson and the players are the one that coached the team. And there's a quote that Jerry Krause made on the documentary that I don't want to quote him too wrong here. He said something along the lines of that it's not just the players that win championships, it's the front office, entire organization. There's a lot of pieces that go into winning a championship. That's clearly obvious, but let's be perfectly clear about this. The most important people that win those championships are the players and the head coach. Yes, the front office, the general manager, the owner, they play a role in the team, but that's why the owner and GM appoints those people. That's why you hire your head coach so he can coach the team to a championship, and that's why you draft those players and let them do the rest. So, yes, you play a role, but the most important pieces are obviously the players and the head coach because they're there on the court every single day. They're the ones putting in the work, getting on the court, competing against the other teams. They're the ones that play the most important role. And Jerry Krause, during this time period, he was very selfish and very petty. Like, this man straight up told Phil Jackson, I mean, they call him the Zen Master now. The man has 11 championships. That's what they would call Phil Jackson, and rightfully so. Krause told this man before the start of 97-98 season that he could go 82-0 and still won't be back the next season. And he did this publicly. Publicly. You couldn't even keep that in the locker room. He straight up said this on a public platform. Like, do you really have that much you got to have a lot of hostility in your soul and your heart to tell somebody, especially when they're winning. Like, if you guys don't like each other, that's fine. But, I mean, you have to put your personal feelings aside, I mean, for business, especially for something as huge as winning NBA championships. And Michael Jordan even said, too, like, hey, if he said he was married to Phil Jackson, he wasn't going to play for anybody else. I mean, he won 6 titles with him, and I can't blame him. I don't know how close they actually were, what type of relationship, but he obviously had a great business relationship with Phil Jackson, and it worked for them. So I'm not sure how close they were, but obviously it worked very well on the court because they won the 6 titles. And I'm very interested to see, too. I'm going to definitely keep watching these other 8 episodes. It's going to be 2 episodes airing every Sunday, 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Pacific on Sunday evenings. So I'm really interested to see how what else plays out, learning the rest about this team. And I'm curious to see if Kobe was on there because I know even Jordan called him my little brother is, and obviously early on Kobe was drafted. He was a young Kobe when Michael Jordan was at the end of his prime, late in the Bulls. So I'm really interested to see if Kobe Bryant is going to be on here. Rest in peace to one of the greatest all-time players, Kobe Bryant. And you could tell he modeled his game after Jordan, from the way he walked to chewing the gum on the court to having his tongue out when he dunked with the stylish dunks they both had. You could tell he modeled his game just after. But I'm really interested to see where it goes, how that dynasty played out. But it's crazy. They had already won 5 championships, and Jerry Krause really not to possibly come back. Like, are you kidding me? Who knows how many titles they could have won? I feel like they could have won at least 2 more straight, at least if they had kept that team together. So, I mean, I think I'm really interested to see how this all plays out. It's going to be really good. I feel like I was really entertained the whole way. I had to watch it twice, so we'll see where this goes. And again, I really do appreciate everyone for tuning in to this episode. So I'm going to definitely be talking about some things as far as business coming up. I'm going to talk about my own endeavors. I have some good things in the works coming up. But I really do appreciate everyone for tuning in. Once again, we are live here. Once again, LJ, your host. I'm out.